And we're talking and reviving.
Talking and reviving. All right, guys. Welcome back to the All in Good Fun podcast, episode 6. It's your boy Bobby sitting over here.
It's your other boy, Sammy, sitting over here.
All right, hell yeah, we're back. Happy to be back. Let's go over the shit that we got this week that we're talking about today. Obviously, we got the questions from people who like you who listen to us, and then we got This Week in Media talking about mostly just the crazy shit that's been going on here in Tallahassee, bro. Run us through, Sammy.
So much has been going on in Tallahassee. We were having a conversation, and you were telling me about a guy who ran through a crowd of people with a truck.
Yeah, bro. Somebody fucking at one of the protests on Saturday ran over some people with a truck. So we're gonna be talking about that. That's gonna be very fucking interesting. We got MadSo up on the board. We were talking about Madison Social. If you know what that is, it's like a local. It's what do you call it? The college bar here. The college bar here.
The hot spot. I took a date there. They were packed, man. I can't believe the controversial things that they did this weekend. Or was it this weekend or last weekend?
I think it just happened recently this week.
And
then we got Secure the Loot. That's going to be fun. We're just talking about looting. Looting. Who doesn't love looting?
People like, secure the loot. It's usually secure the bag. Play on words.
I didn't get that. Is that why you put that? I did not get that. I didn't get it until. Did y'all get that? Did you get that? I did not get that shit. And then last for gas or ass before we close out, we're talking about JRE, the Joe Rogan Experience, and his interview with Kevin Hart. All right, guys. So thanks for listening to our episode number 6.
No, it is number 6.
Number 6?
Here we are at number 6. Let's talk about the guy who ran over people with a truck. Did you experience that? Did you read about it? How did you come across that?
No, I wasn't at the protest on Saturday when it happened. I saw it on Twitter. I actually saw the video. There was this, there was a driver in a red pickup truck, and basically he was at like a stoplight, and people were protesting. I think it might have been Monroe Street on the corner of Monroe here. Protesting, going like around his car, and apparently people said something to him, and then he revved the engine. They didn't move, and then he hit them, bro.
What? So when you rev the engine of a truck, it moves?
I mean, like,
I'm making fun of you, Bobby.
What do you mean?
Happened. He revved the engine and then it moved, and it's like, ooh.
No, like the first, I'm saying like the first time he gave him a warning, like get the fuck out of the way. And the second time, what do you? Is that not called revving the engine?
Well, no, but this is important because was the truck in park? Did he see the protest slow down and then they started? Crowding the truck. What do we don't? I don't think we know, but we can speculate.
I don't know for sure exactly, bro. But all I do know is, of course, it was a guy in a red pickup truck. Of fucking course. Literally, bro, if you would have came to me with this story and said, Bobby, somebody hit protesters on a sidewalk, I'd be like, let me guess, white guy, red pickup truck. That would be that.
When you first told me that a guy ran through a crowd of people, I was like, how do you do that and have a conscience?
Have a conscience?
How do you run through people with a truck?
Them T supporters, bro. They don't give a fuck.
But even if I love Trump, like, something in me, the human part of me, couldn't
That's
run
over.
That's
fucking up already. He's not human.
But here's the thing. Republicans are human. Democrats are human. We can agree to disagree. I strongly believe in that. But when you take a truck and run through a crowd of people, you belong in a mental hospital.
I don't know where he is now, but apparently he's free. They said that cops, like, took him away and shit, but apparently people said he's out. What's up?
Did anybody get hurt?
People got hit. Nobody was seriously injured, thankfully.
That's right.
That makes it okay to have fun with.
Yeah.
What's up, AJ?
So I watched the video, and so what happened was the guy wasn't having the protest because he was impatient and he wasn't okay with it, and so he started revving the engine. He was like yelling at people, and then obviously it was a mob, and so they started like yelling at him.
Yeah.
And he got fearful, and somebody probably like hit his car, and then he was like, "Fuck this," and just fucking sent it.
All right, yo.
Right.
Listening to that story, I kind of see why he did it. I kind of see why.
The fuck? Are you crazy? You still don't hit people. You wait until people get out of their way. To hit people, it must register in your mind that you could kill them. Right? I could possibly run you over with this truck.
I get that, but I mean, like,
if
you're coming at me in a mob and I'm already an ignorant person who doesn't like you, and you're coming at me in a mob, and then you hit my car with something, I'm going to just leave. I'm not going to stop and let you just keep hitting my car.
I've met stupid people they mispronounce salmon and salmon. Like, that's stupid people. They don't run people over in trucks, Bobby. That's psycho. You wouldn't be able to hurt a fly, right? I mean, you just killed the
You calling me soft? You saying I'm a punk? I'll kill a fly right now, son.
That is okay. Check this. I'm about to say check the toxic masculinity, and you were like, "I'll kill a fly right now." I was like, "No, go ahead with that. That sounds good. Kill a fly. That sounds pretty good."
I'll kill a protester.
I hate bugs.
Whoa, Mark.
I will play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Because I have been late for work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've been late for work.
I'm on my third strike. I'm hitting all the lights. And I come on Monroe Street, and there's the apocalypse of people like swarming my car. And I'm like, oh, golly. Okay. I got to put food on my table.
Wait, you were driving through one of the protests?
No. This is me playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to
this is a hypothetical instance.
A scenario in which I run over human lives. You got me. I would.
I don't know. I think under certain circumstances, it might be necessary to escape.
Right. I like that everything that happens now has a political angle, right? But we just unpolitical. Like listen. Sometimes it's human nature. It's you flare up or you're not thinking. But I feel like now everything has a political. When you do something, you got to be Democrat or Republican. It's like, what? It's like, no, I just ran over these people because they were in my way. I hate people.
Listen, sometimes it's not about parties. That's right.
Right. It's about binge watching Jeepers Creepers 1, 2, and 3, and running through a crowd of people because you've been brainwashed. Wow. But
would you be scared if a crowd of people were coming at you?
A truck or
if you saw protesters coming at you,
yes.
What would you do? You'd be scared?
I would be scared. I don't like crowds. That's why I don't like crowds. That's why I don't like concerts because I feel suffocated, you know. And I'm tall. I see over everybody, and I just hate people at my ankles. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Would y'all be scared if you saw like protesters coming at you?
If they're coming at me, no. I think the issue is once he started revving the engine and yelling, from then on out, he was fucked.
Yeah.
That was not going to end well.
Yeah.
There's fucking 100 people around you, and you start yelling and revving engine. It was either he was going to get his shit beaten, or he was going to blast off the truck.
Yeah, going mad at you, you know, it's a little different than them just existing near you.
Right.
It's two different scenarios. So if they're coming at you, it's a little different. But
Right.
Maybe he's pissed off.
Here's what I don't get.
What?
So, I hear a crowd of people were coming for Madison Social.
Yeah. Oh, that pissed them off this weekend. I'm pretty sure my Instagram pissed them off. Keep going.
A crowd of people, and AJ, you posed a pretty good question. Do you get fearful when a surplus, a crowd, hundreds of people are coming your way? In Tallahassee, no. I understand they're protesting. I know you've seen the news. Chicago, New York, Milwaukee.
Yeah, all that crazy shit.
We're in Tallahassee, Madison Social. I heard that Madison Social closed their doors when they saw protesters coming their way. Is that accurate?
I forget exactly what day it was, but apparently these peaceful protesters were coming down the street because they were marching down there, and like Madison Social just hurried and rushed everyone inside, closed all the doors, and all that stuff, and then put out a stupid ass statement the next day. I was literally adding them on Instagram. First of all, I'm surprised they didn't block me. I sent like 6 posts. I was so pissed.
You don't block a black man in this climate.
Honestly, you're right. You're right. But let me see if I can pull it up. I want to quote what was said verbatim. I don't want to say anything that's wrong, you know.
I did imply some things, but I didn't. I read it once over, but this is good.
Yeah, I mean, I also read it once over, and then there's like the shit, like the comments that I was making about it. Basically, it's like in part of their statement for like why they closed up and like why all that happened when they saw the peaceful protesters, because people called them out on it. First of all, people called them out on it, and that I feel like that's why they made that statement on Instagram and Twitter, because people were shitting on them and nobody like. But what I read for part of the statement was, it's really long. Just look up Madison Social to read it. It was like, Quite frankly, we can do better, a lot better. Our brands are extremely focused on all things FSU and have rarely taken pause to focus on FAMU. And when I read that shit, I was like I thought that implied that they're just treating this as like this is like a FAMU issue, not a Florida State issue, which misses the whole point of the movement that's going on.
Right, and it's a human rights issue that was going on. Right, it's people are dying because cops are taking liberties that they shouldn't be taking on the job, and it's disproportionate. And it's happening more so to black people than it is to anybody else. And that's why the protests are happening. But my thing is, again, I think Madison Social's take on this shouldn't have been political. We've all worked at a restaurant, right? And it should have been, we had 30 minutes to close. We had just done the floors.
I think it was broad daylight. They wouldn't have gotten that one off. But I'm pretty sure the sun was out there.
But right, everybody takes this political approach from it. It's just like, be vulnerable in the moment. Like, we were scared because we're idiots.
That's something people can say. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be an idiot. Right. Just say that you are one, so people don't expect more.
Right.
That's all it is. And then I added them on Instagram in a post like. I didn't see a single thing that they were going to do for anything that's going on after the statement saying we can do better, we got to be better, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, everyone's putting out these apologies now. Like, fuck it. And then I was like, all right, you couldn't think of what to do for Black Lives Matter, but you make a stupid-ass shirt for a dumb fundraiser twice a month, every single month, for people to come drink. You couldn't think of doing anything?
People spaz out in these moments, right? When you're held accountable for something, you start spazzing out. It's like when you're supposed to be doing something and your mom just walks in on you as a kid and you're just like, Bobby, what are you doing? You start shutting down.
Yeah, but I will give them credit for this, though. I'm not going to shit on them completely without giving credit where credit is due. They did exactly what I just said, bro. A couple days later, I forget the name of the company, but they did partner up with some black business to get some Black Lives Matter shirts type shit out. And I'm pretty sure the money's going to help fundraising and all the organizations that are going on with like the Minnesota Freedom Fund and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor Fund and all those stuff. So I'm not taking any credit for that. I didn't have anything to do with it at all. But I'm saying like after people say stuff, people start doing things. So I feel like you got to call that out because they did it.
Right. And because we're black, we're on the front lines of this issue.
Yeah, also, AJ or Mark, if y'all want to say something that you don't like,
wait, bro,
my bad.
You cut me off to give leeway to the white men in the room? How dare you?
I just want to make them feel included, bro. They had to feel included.
How dare you?
They had to feel included because we are both black, bro. They had to feel included. Go with your point.
Look how nice we are. That's why I tell people, like, black people, I don't think a lot of white people understand black people in the culture, and that's why it's misinterpreted sometimes. But we've never been able to match the white racist energy. Like, I've never been able to be just that energy is just crazy, right? Running, like, you talk about somebody running through a crowd of people with a truck, and we seen that earlier this year at like a Trump rally, and it was purposeful. And it's like, as much as I hate your views, I could never kill you, right? I could never hit you with a truck, like, right?
I feel like there are just some people who won't learn until they get hit with a truck, though. So you got to think about those people too, Sammy.
Well, yeah, that is very funny, and that is a joke. Bobby did not premise that right. He is a comedian. This is all in good fun. Jesus
I got a question for you, bro. All right, this question we got from @Natalie Musa. This question was, what season would you want to live the rest of your life in? Rainy, snowy, or sunny? I'm opening up to y'all as well.
Okay. I gotta do sunny because right away, sundress season is in full effect all year round. Booty, cheeks, all year round. Women are magical, bro. I'm trying to get some of that Disney magic out the door all day, every day. Sundress season, I'm with it, man. And listen, if it's cold, I don't want to put on more clothes, but I'm down to, walk out with no shirt on. I just love summer, man. What about you? If you could live in any season, what season would it be?
Well,
and why?
It was weather condition, not season. Weather condition.
Such an
well, I mean, that matters in the question, but
okay.
You're not going to like them. I think I would pick rainy, to be honest with you. I'd pick some light rain just because I like it, bro. Like, nobody else has shit to do when it's. I feel very happy. I write a lot of jokes when it's fucking raining outside. I can open the door and just be like, oh, I can't do anything that I was supposed to do today. It's raining, and close the door. Nobody would ever expect anything.
Go to Europe, bro, or Seattle.
You gonna pay?
Of course not.
Of
course not. Of course not.
Also, I wouldn't fly at a time like this. You nuts? You want me to get corona, Sammy? I thought you cared about me.
No, get corona so I can speak at your funeral. I'll be like, Bobby was a good man. Emo as fuck. He loved the rain. Bro, he loved the rain.
AJ, do you have an answer?
I think I would probably, if I had to choose between those three.
Yeah, well, those are the only three that she said.
Then I'd probably go with like a light rain. It would suck because I would have to get rid of my motorcycle and get like a normal car or truck or something, but it would be worth it.
AJ,
Sun sucks ass.
Facts.
Especially out of Florida.
Fuck a sun, bro.
I can't even walk to class without like straight like I'm fucking pissing out of my back.
It literally looks like you just got out the pool all the time when the fucking sun's out here in Florida, bro.
Smell for the rest of the day and shit. And
Well, just put deodorant on.
so you would pick cloudy, right? You would be cloudy.
I would go with rain.
No, you said light rain.
Light rain.
Yeah.
It was suck because you.
I'm a Floridian, like
Yeah.
like Nevada and here. I'm used to the heat, not the cold.
You lived in Nevada? I've only seen snow once. I went to North Carolina for a weekend to snow and ski board. I was the worst at it on the whole trip. I fell down the mountain for 4 minutes straight on my face. I have video proof. If anybody wants to see it, just let me know, bro.
Such a stereotype. Did you fall into a bucket of chicken and watermelon? Just bad at skiing.
Chicken and water. Fuck you! Don't stereotype me.
But you were the black dude who was bad at skiing.
All right, guys. I gotta piss real quick. We'll be right back.
All right. I look my best on this podcast thanks to Traveling Barbers. Traveling Barbers is a state-of-the-art new way to get your hair cut. Have a barber come to you. Check them out on their website at www.travbarbers.com or on their Instagram at Traveling Barbers. It's Uber, but barbering.
All right, everybody. I feel
talk-
very relieved. I feel relaxed. But
Did everything come out okay in the restroom?
it did. Thank you for asking, bro. But I just found out that I'm stupid, and y'all let me say the dumbest thing before we left the air. What was the word I was saying? Trying to talk about skiing.
Ski or ski?
You
Ski.
said, and I quote, you're like, I went to North Carolina and I went snowing and ski boarding.
I said snowing and ski boarding, and none of y'all said anything.
No, it happened so fast. And me being black and never having ski boarded.
I think I just invented something, son. Ski boarding. I just been a new sport off the top of my head. All right, I'm gonna pitch it to y'all. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ski boarding. All right, it's skee ball, but you're on a boogie board going down to where the balls are. Boom, baby! Put me in the Olympics. Tell me that's not hard, yo.
You know what? During this time, if I saw you walking out of a store, a black man walking out with a ski board, looting, I would feel some type of way. Speaking of looting, bro, do you feel as if white looters are justified in a time like this?
White looters or just looting in general?
Well, people are looting because they're upset.
People are looting. I get it though. Go ahead.
But then you have white looters out there, and the idea is white people are looting and spray painting and tagging, and black people are getting the responsibility or getting blamed for looting and tagging. Do you feel that white looters are justified in this time period?
I don't think white looters are justified, but I think white looters are necessary.
What?
I think white looters are very necessary. Hear me out, bro. All right. So obviously, white people aren't looting for justice. They're looting for fun. We know this. But I feel like a white looter just makes it safer for looters of color. Because at any point, you can look around that store and you know that you'll always outrun at least one person there. That's it. You're going to outrun. He's going to probably be in some Tevas or some Chacos, whatever sandals.
Oh.
You know you outrunning him, bro.
All right.
A white kid with dreads especially. I'm about that nigga's ass. And white people are brave. They open doors first. Imagine you going to loot Jeff Bezos' fucking Amazon factory. You want a white person to go first. You know he got some robots and claymores behind that first door.
Listen,
They're fearless.
I want to talk. I don't think. I feel like looting is the voice of people who feel like they have no voice, and I feel like you can't have white people who are just like as outraged as we are about, you know, human rights issues, right? And take to the streets so their voice can be heard.
Can I be honest with you for a second?
Yes.
Did you go to a protest?
No.
Okay, I went to a protest on Sunday, and to the point about that was like, first of all, like I appreciate everyone there. Like, no matter what, everyone's there for the same cause. Everyone had signs. Everyone was protesting the correct way. Yeah. I'm speaking from what I saw. I'm not saying this like could be how people were feeling or anything.
Speak on it, bro.
But when I looked around, like to be 100% honest with you, bro, I left this house very scared for my life. And when I get there at the courthouse, they had like cops with snipers on top of the courthouse roof. People were on top of Clyde's bar. People like they had police in like ale house just like with rounds of guns and shit like that. It was nuts. And I'm looking around, bro. All the black people protesting. Yeah, cool. We got some white people in there protesting. Hell yeah, thanks for fighting for the cause. But I saw a lot of white people who I felt like were protesting with excitement and you know.
Well,
and instead of like me. As like a black male, I was like, okay, I'm actually pretty scared. There's literally a nigga behind me on the roof with snipers. I'm watching a girl with binoculars look at this man every 30 seconds, bro.
Here's what you got to understand.
Go ahead.
You got to appreciate the energy however it comes, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Go.
The means have to justify the ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if something was happening drastically to the Chinese culture, I would like to think that I would be concerned, right? If Chinese people were dying at an alarming rate, I would be out there on the front lines for Chinese people.
Son, you wouldn't give a fuck.
But understand, that's the same energy, but we're asking our white counterparts to give the same fuck about our lives, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. And you said that with so much energy and justified so many.
Fuck about that.
But you know, okay. My thing is, it's a human right. People are dying. Like, I got a heart. I wouldn't run over people with a red truck. That's not that. Yeah, I got a heart. So I would be out there. But would I feel as passionate as my Chinese brothers and sisters? I don't believe I would be. But
excited though. That's what I'm saying.
They're out. You see, they're pushing the narrative, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, they're not gonna feel as passionate about you, Bobby. Like if it's like
no,
when
I'm
Kobe,
not saying they weren't passionate. I'm just saying they were like it looked like they were protesting with excitement, mm-hmm. and like they were just like I get that they were happy to be there. Like like people are happy to be there. You're happy to be a part of something,
right?
I'm not saying like they weren't fighting for the cause.
What are you saying? Their incitement.
I'm just saying like me protesting and like what I'm feeling is fear. And I'm looking at everyone around me, and I see people are smiling, and people are protesting in a happy manner. That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's white privilege,
and that just felt very different to me.
That's white privilege. That is a great example of white privilege. That is awesome because you're right. White people are like, we gotta make a change. We gotta do it now. And black people are saying, we gotta make a change. But they're looking at the rooftops. We gotta do it now.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
We gotta make a change. We gotta do it now.
That's literally how I felt, bro. Me and everyone, like people who I noticed, people were just glancing up at the roof every now and then, like don't get me. I'm not trying to discredit anybody. I appreciate everyone who was there. Yes. That was just how I felt and my experience of it. That's all I can speak on.
Listen, but I gotta say, shout out to everybody taking up the mantle, coming out to protest, whatever kind of excitement you have. Yeah. Come on out. Hell yeah. But that just speaks to what's happening right now and the worries that black people have in their mind. Because you love football. Did you hear the statement about Drew Brees? And he was like, I can't stand behind anything that disrespects the flag. And I was like, yo, Drew Brees, you got to check your privilege, man, because you live in the same America we live. The flag doesn't mean the same thing to African Americans that it means to you, Drew.
The thing is, like with Drew Brees, he's a prime example of like, you can't assume that just because people are always around black people and they grew up like that, you can't assume that they're with you. Nobody saw this Drew Brees shit coming. I have a jersey in my room right now. Drew Brees was the first football jersey I ever owned. Ever.
Never saw it.
If anybody wants to buy that jersey, I'm selling it for like $45. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to burn it because I'm a respectable person. I don't burn jerseys that I pay for.
Drew is what he's supposed to be. Drew is a successful white male in America. The Tea Party, you know what? That's Drew's history. Economy of America and how it boomed. That's Drew's history.
But
that's
it's
what I'm
just
saying.
Drew.
That's what I'm saying. But he lives. He's ignorant. He doesn't know. And that's so. I watched this movie called Salem, and
Finish your thought first.
it comes with the thought.
Okay.
And so MLK was in Salem, and he was like, "Hey guys, don't march at night. March during the day." And they're like, "Why?" So the TV cameras can capture you, and people who live in isolation of what we go through every day can see what's happening. Drew don't know what's happening. Even though Drew's around black people, the National Football League should be called the National Black League. It's so many black people. Drew's around black people all day long. They probably gave Drew the black card, right?
Yeah.
Right? But he doesn't know. He lives, and we assume that people know. It's kind of what you said earlier. We assume that people know, but they don't. White people don't know. Our social media feed looks entirely different from our white friends' social media feed.
That's probably true. Just Drew Brees, that was disappointing as fuck though. He's
ignorant, bro. He was ignorant in that
before 2 days ago, Drew Brees was the top 3 white man of all time.
What?
He has fallen substantially.
What? Top 3
What's
white
up, AJ?
I'm surprised you guys didn't see it coming, honestly. Drew Brees, to me, just looks like Tom Brady's cousin. He helped rebuild New Orleans after Katrina. You just don't think that Drew Brees. Yeah. He's been in New Orleans community, helping those communities for the last 10, 11, 12
Fuck
years.
That shit. All football players, especially the quarterbacks in the city, help out the city, right?
It's not the same, bro.
No, it is the same.
That's also not true.
You forgot that Drew Brees spoke out on Kaepernick.
I didn't forget. I remember that.
Right. So how do you not see this coming?
How did I not see that?
Drew Brees has a picture of him and Trump in the press box.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen that picture of Drew Brees with Trump in the LSU gear. I'd never seen that. That's why I'm selling the jersey.
I feel like it's important that we distinguish between protesting and looting.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
So that people know that, there's peaceful protest, and then people loot because they're angry, but then you have the opportunistic looters. People who are just stealing just for the hell of it. And how do you feel about that as far as like people taking for the hell of it and kind of just degrading the whole movement, man?
People don't care. The people who are just looting for the hell of it aren't us.
It's some of us.
I can understand.
Oh no, it's some of us.
I can understand the looting 100%. No. Bro, people, the unemployment rate in America right now, I think 40 million people are unemployed. The government sent out one stimulus check of $1,200. People need to eat. People are poor.
I feel you.
They're looting.
I feel you.
I get that. I understand. I don't. That's in my position. If I was in the same position as them, and I didn't have anything, and I don't have no money, I get that.
People are opportunistic. I ain't mad at it. A stupid question.
Go ahead. Let me hear it. No questions are stupid, Sammy.
All right, check this one out. How would you feel, Bobby, if you had the hottest mom amidst your friend group, like scorching?
I know that I don't though. So it makes me feel good.
It makes you feel. It makes you feel good.
What?
That's your mom.
But some of my boys' moms are bad, bro. Some of my boys' moms are bad.
What?
No. Well, you never seen a hot mom?
Paint the picture. A MILF.
If I was 7%, my mom ugly. Don't worry about it.
Hey, for real, you gotta play the game, man. My mom ugly. Don't be looking at her, bro. Y'all need. She don't be nowhere. You don't want that lady.
Your mom listen to this?
Nah, my other family, my brother and my stepdad do that.
Bobby's mom is on Good Fun Podcast.
Listen, man, she knows she's beautiful. That's just so people don't try to look her up after this. I love my mom to death, but no, my mom isn't the hottest mom. It's like maybe what should I say? His mom doesn't hear this anyway. The other day, my boy mom, she got married, and we didn't know. My friend Platini sitting in our group chat. He was like, "Hey, Josh, your mom just got married?" It was like, "Yeah." It was like, "How long ago?" It's like about 3 weeks, and he goes, "Damn, we lost a good one." That was the one, bro. Now she's off the market.
I'm so dumb. I'm sitting here thinking that, damn, his stepdad must be happy. One less man likes his wife.
I mean, I'm trying to help that cause. Would you?
Well, I feel that they deserve to laugh because okay, but no. I feel hurt. I feel hurt. I was like, your stepdad was like, one less man likes your mom, and the man I was referring to was you.
I get that.
But you know what? I got to prep the jokes better, right? That's a dud. That was a dud.
Listen, man, they're not all winners, Sammy. All right.
No. Listen, if one of my friends had a hot mom, I'm asking to come over every day.
We used to, bro. Did you ever hang out with your friends just with their mom? Or are you just hypothetical?
Well, my mom wasn't hot. She was a major asshole, though. She wouldn't let me hang out with any moms, with anybody, like, ever. I never seen too many MILFs growing up. The only time I seen them,
life.
Well, I saw porn. That was it. And I was
It's not
hoping.
The same, though.
No,
it's not the same as your friend's mom.
No, it wasn't.
AJ, would you, is your mom the hot mom in your friend group?
AJ.
I tried to catch him. He didn't answer. I tried to catch him.
He's Latin. Latin dudes are known to have like hot moms.
My friends would say things about my mom. That's how I know that it sucks.
AJ, how did you take that? Like your mom saying have a good day, and your friends are behind her like.
All right, go ahead.
My friend group, first time I got all pissed and I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm like, that's not funny. I was like, what if I said something about your mom? And then my friend would be like, my mom's ugly as fuck. You wouldn't say that. And I'm like, but put yourself there, bro.
Awesome.
And then the next time they said something, I was like, I have a younger brother and an older. I was like, I know that if you ignore shit, it'll go away. So the next time I was like, okay, Donald, you just wait.
Oh, listen, AJ said, if you ignore shit, it will go away. Generally speaking, I feel like that's true. But for your mom, she's coming back for pickup.
Listen, son.
I'm going home with AJ tonight.
The best part is when the moms feed into it. Like, bro, like if you and all your buddies park your bike outside the hot mom's kids' house. Wait, did I say that right?
The hot mom's kids' house, yeah.
The kids, oh, that was right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and then like you just get there and she sees y'all. She waved through the window.
And what does what? Oh,
and then she flips her hair in her back.
Oh my!
And then you see your boy in the room like, I'm gonna kill y'all. I'm gonna kill y'all.
Your mom is hot and an asshole. That sucks for you.
All right,
Damn.
I'm gonna try to go get some milks real quick. We'll be back, guys.
All right.
All right, hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Bobby here, all right? Just want to let you know, if you're in the North Florida or Georgia area, Sammy and I have a show in Bainbridge, Georgia, Saturday, June 27th at 8 p.m., all right? I'm hosting. Sammy's going to get up on stage and do his thing. Tickets are $25, and you get 2 drinks with the purchase of your ticket, all right? So it's Saturday, June 27th, 8 p.m., Comedy Hour at the Lib in Bainbridge, Georgia. We'll see you guys there. All right, thanks for coming back, guys. We got a question here from @007. All right, question is, how do you feel about celebrities getting canceled for being ignorant during this time? Her examples were Drew Brees, Doja Cat, Trina, etc. People like that. How do you feel about canceling people, Sammy?
People are allowed to be. That's why I don't want to be a celebrity. I want the money, but I don't want the fame because I am stupid sometimes.
All the time.
And
he didn't like that. He gave me a fake laugh, like, nigga, I'll kill you. Go ahead.
That's that psycho serial killer laugh. While keeping eye contact the whole time.
But you want the money? Go ahead.
I want the money, but I don't want the fame because I'm going to make mistakes. I'm an idiot. I want to be allowed to be self-correcting without the hammer. And, I mean, when your income is supplemented, or not supplemented, but your income is primary by the people that follow you closely, man, that sucks because you always have to be on your P's and Q's. But the reality of the situation is you can't always be on your P's and Q's because you don't know every fucking thing. And you speak out about things and you feel like you're right. And then somebody throws a factor in your face, and you're just like, whoa, this changes everything. But the statement's already out. You know, statement's already out. So us canceling people, I feel like, if you repeat the same statement over and over and you have new information, then the idea of canceling should come into play, right?
But if you just say something and, you're just uneducated.
Give people time to be self-correcting.
Okay, I like that take.
Also own up to your shit. If you hate, I respect the person who hates black people and is open about it more than I respect the person that's like, the statement I put out about black people does not.
Yeah, bro.
Like, just come
I
out.
feel like openly racist people might be my favorite racist people because, you know, I don't have to always worry about where you stand.
I ain't got to guess. I know you don't want to share the break room with me.
Exactly. I can make sure I don't put my chicken in that microwave because I know you gonna come in here walking and the first thing you gonna do is, God damn it, they always in here with chicken.
Right. But we're not gonna bring up the fact that you raise chickens.
No one talks about it. No one talks about it.
Also, I need to know whose daughter to fuck to piss off. I can fuck your daughter. And I know that about you because you hate me. You hate my kind. So when we bring in grandkids, who I'll leave, because stereotypically that's what I do. Right? All for you. I'm going to go raise a whole other family. A whole black family, too. It's black as hell. Charcoal family. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to change our name to the Charcoals.
I think,
like, piss you off.
The first of all, cancel culture is just fucking stupid.
Yes.
Let me say that first and foremost. I don't think it. Like, what was the question? Let me read that shit again. How do you feel about celebrities getting canceled for being ignorant during this time? So, you can't cancel anybody. That's fucking stupid. However, I do think that you are allowed to stop giving your support to someone for an issue.
Bob, you're an idiot.
I don't think that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
Me telling you you're canceled, me telling everybody else, no, Sammy's canceled, you can't listen to him, versus you fucking up and me not supporting you myself and leaving everybody else the fuck out of it.
Oh, so
cancel culture isn't one person saying you're cancel culture. It's other people trying like people trying to stop everyone else from fucking with you. Is those people saying you don't deserve a second chance from all of us
and shouting it from the mountaintop.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that shit is. So like with
a ukulele,
like we were talking about earlier, Drew Brees. The only reason I went so hard on Drew Brees is because his statement and apology that he made was completely made by his PR team. And it was very obvious. He owned up to it. He made a video, and he posted it. He looked up a picture. You know what stock images is? He literally looked up a picture of a black hand and a white hand like this on stock images, interlocked, and that's what he posted his apology paragraph with. I'm not bullshitting, bro.
Drew, I seen that, and I was gonna comment on it, but you already talked about it. But Drew
yeah,
Brees,
I'm not canceling. It really hurts because now. Yes. I gotta worry that when I pick him for fantasy this year, nobody's gonna block for him. He's not gonna get any touchdowns or anything. That's why I was so upset at you. But yeah, I don't think we should I feel like you can't cancel anyone. Like if you don't want to fuck with someone, that's okay. If somebody fucks up and you don't want to be part of that, 100%, dude. Fuck it.
I just be 100. You're that. Drew Brees.
Be two Virgils.
All right, be 200.
Two Virgils. People.
Two Virgils? What does two Virgils mean?
Virgil, I think he's like a fashion designer. Yes. It's a running bit on Twitter. Mm-hmm. He donated $50 to one of the funds that's been going on, even though he's like a millionaire. So everyone's been saying Virgil when they mean the word 50. So people were talking about like 50 Cent. He was like, damn, bro, Mini Man by Virgil Cent go hard. And everyone's just clowning him for saying $50 fucking when you're a cajillionaire, but whatever.
That's been your Twitter segment by Bobby. Then.
That has been your Twitter segment by Bobby. Follow my Twitter. I make some gas-ass tweets. And speaking of my Twitter and how gas they are, let's move on to our last thing we got for you today. Gas or ass. So if you guys don't know, I feel like you should know. JRE, the Joe Rogan Experience, it's literally the podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way to explain it.
It's the Godfather of
Joe
podcast.
Rogan Experience is the podcast.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding asking me to do a podcast?
And then his guest for this most recent episode was none other than the comedian himself, Kevin Hart, one of the most famous comedians in the world. Sammy, how do you feel about the interview?
I love our sound engineer.
Why don't you just? Is that what you're called? Did we call you? Just say producer. Yeah,
producer?
I say producer. You say sound tech every time, and in my head I'm like, just say producer.
But I mean, listen, I'm not lights, camera, action. I'm new to this, man. I'm not true to this. So he does do the sound, switches up the format.
That's producing.
That's what I'm saying. Right, bro.
It's kind of like you get sugar cane. Give it to the producer, they give you sugar. you give me content, I produce it, I give back, the video.
That's
but what were you going to talk about for this?
Basically saying that he talked a hell of a lot. Kevin Hart is very verbose. But what do you expect from somebody who's a professional talker, right? Talks for an hour and
You think he talked too much?
Well, it was good. So I didn't mind. He was talking about people living a false narrative and trying to use that to inspire the masses. And he's like, I don't fucking do that. I tell you about my life.
Yeah.
I tell you that I made mistakes. I don't tell you to live the life I lived and walk in the same steps I've walked, because you can't do that. That's not your life. And I found it to be very inspirational, very insightful. He did talk a hell of a lot. And Joe Rogan was just there as like one of those guys who wave in the planes. And he's just waving in Kevin Hart this way.
I didn't notice AJ also thought that Kevin talked. You want to go ahead and then I'll go with the last bit? All right, go ahead, AJ. How do you feel about it?
So I watched the old podcast with Kevin Hart.
The first interview he did? Yeah, so there's two interviews.
I do like Kevin Hart, so I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that the issue is that Kevin Hart was not taking in what Joe Rogan was saying. Because, Joe Rogan would say something to kind of, counterpoint or steer it the wrong way, and he'd be like, but you see, Joe, he's like, that's the thing. And I was like, when you say things like that, you're negating what he said. And the whole time it felt like he was negating what Joe had said and just kept on running with it. And I was like, you guys aren't having a conversation as much as Kevin's just talking. Joe will say something and Kevin continues what he was already saying.
I didn't.
So how did you feel about the JRE experience with Kevin Hart?
Well, I didn't. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that again because
the first one,
after you said that, and after you brought it up, I didn't. That's not how I watched it the first time. But you watched JRE religiously, right? And so I got to just go back and watch it. I thought it was more of I thought it was a gas interview. I thought it was a gas podcast episode. I don't know if you can call it an interview, but whatever. And I really what you were talking about and him saying people who live in false narratives and preach that. The audiobook he was talking about, I listened to it a little bit and I was inspired as well from just the way that I learn is from fucking up.
Wait, you learned, Bobby? I thought you were dumb as fuck.
Well, I'm only dumb when I pretend to be.
No, not dumb. Dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck? Eat a dick, nigga. Whatever. Anyway, I was inspired by it, and just the way that I learned is just by fucking up. And he pretty much summed it up in what I thought when he was saying, everything that he talks about isn't about, you got to do this, 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 and this. And people hate on him. People don't like Kevin Hart, but I'm he's the most famous comedian in the world. He did all these things. I 100% just think that he was correct.
Success brings about haters. People hate successful people. And that's
he also said that nobody gives out information about how to get success. And I heard that, and I was like, that's 100% true.
I like that.
Yeah, when they were talking about that.
I don't think it was ass nor gas. I would drop it somewhere in the middle.
True.
I didn't overly enjoy it compared to other podcasts. I liked his first one. I thought his first podcast was well put.
I'm only in the middle of that episode. I didn't see that one.
And I would say me and Bobby are biased because we are comics.
Nigga, that's no bias. You hate Chris D'Elia. That's not that.
Right.
We were talking about him.
But the bias works both ways. Because I'm a comic, I hate Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, and I didn't hate him.
Because I'm a comic, I love Kevin Hart's interview. I'm using different factors.
I wasn't using bias. I was just being objective from what I needed to learn.
Here's what I love about you, Bobby.
Go ahead.
I can deliver a whole statement on this topic, but I never bring it back to gas or ass, and you always do, and you make me feel very self-conscious.
Well, that's the point of it.
I'm saying good job. That's a good job. And I never even said I never answered the segment. Is it?
Do you think the interview was gas or ass? Well, AJ already gave his answer. What do you think?
I thought it was gas. And just the information the jewels that he drops on there. Because as a comic, and you know this yourself, there's no blueprint to comedy. How do you make it to the top?
Yeah, they hit
it's just all over the place.
One thing he said, I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure I brought it up.
You right, Bobby? I didn't know you right.
He said it takes so long because he didn't say this verbatim, but basically he was like comedy you don't know what happens or when you're going to be that, like when it's going to happen. And it takes so long because the story matters. His metaphor he used, he was like, if you're trying to go somewhere on a highway and you want to go on like an adventure and a guy gets on the highway, he's like, oh, how'd you get to this destination? I was just on the highway and I took the first exit. That's no fun. And he was like, yeah, like people were just going down the highway. We made a left. We went through these. We went through these. And now I finally made it. And it makes sense. You know, it was just like basically saying don't be discouraged because it takes long and you don't know when it's going to happen because you don't know. You just got to keep doing it and just keep walking in the uncertainty of everything.
Bobby, I feel like you relate to that so heavily, like going on highways, not knowing where you're going. You got to go down different paths because you play Pokemon Go. Just fucking what? You just Bobby. I think you embody that because Pokemon Go is your life, right? You wake up and you're like, where can I catch them all, right?
See, first of all, only virgins play Pokemon Go.
What? Wait,
only virgins play Pokemon Go.
You had a virgin? What?
Only virgins play Pokemon Go. But I get where you were going. I just really enjoyed it. And like, you know, he's just somebody I feel like I should listen to, and that's for what I want to do, you know.
There's two takes on Kevin Hart. He's consistently compared to a comics comic. So a comics comic is somebody who talks about social issues and makes it hilarious, and comics love that. But then you have Kevin Hart, who's a businessman, and sometimes his jokes may not be all that political, but he's making strides as far as where have comics been in the business stratosphere. He
just extended it. He did it. He did it.
I mean, he's worth listening to. He's very insightful. I will listen to 1,000 Kevin Hart.
I agree. Final take, gas or ass? I thought it was gas.
I thought it was. I've been trying to think of the bomb that killed all those Chinese people. For the longest.
What?
Hiroshima?
It was Hiroshima.
Answer the question. And that's not even Chinese.
Oh, my God. You see? Are you talking about
was it gas or ass?
Would I protest for Chinese? I
told you he didn't care. I told y'all he didn't care. He didn't know.
I care.
I told y'all he didn't care. I told you.
I care. I don't know the difference. I was raised in the hood.
Let's wrap this up, man. AJ, do we have one more question before we can get out of here?
We do.
What's up? Let's hear it.
All right. So this question is called porn title or news article.
Porn title or news article? Explain the game.
So I'm going to read you a title.
Yeah.
And you have to decide whether it's a porn title or a news article.
Okay. How many do you got?
Just one for today.
All right. We'll try it out. We might bring it back next week if it's fun.
The title is Delivery Man Delivers Unexpected Huge Package. You'll never guess what it is.
Oh. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first, Sammy?
He's talking about dick.
You think that's porn?
I think
Why?
he's talking about porn, man. Because his AJ, man. Have you listened to AJ? AJ has all these fantasies, like with donuts and Asian chickens. Like, how do you merge donuts?
Yo, if you check
and
AJ's search
chicken?
history, it would just be a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you always go sexual with AJ. I feel like you never do yourself a favor. What do you think it is?
I'm going to say, that's definitely a news article. He's smiling so hard. He's just smiling when he said it. I feel like he wants it to be porn. He wants it to be porn.
That's fair.
But no, that title of it. What's up, Mark?
You guys want to do another one for fun?
You have one more?
Yeah, you guys want to do
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, go.
Black dudes break into a white woman's business.
Oh, that's a porno for sure.
Let's answer the first one.
All right, the first one, I think that's a news article.
I think he's talking about dick.
And Hokanga, our good friend Mark Hokanga here, I think that's definitely porn, bro. That is the title of like that. When you said that, I thought of a white girl sitting on a desk in school and 4 black teachers.
Oh no.
That's all it is. Oh. First of all, when have you ever seen 4 black male teachers in a room? Think about it.
You boys wouldn't be here for extra credit,
Shut
would
the
you?
fuck up.
Oh.
What's up, AJ?
So for the first one,
Yeah.
Delivery Man, huge package. Guess what it is? So you say.
I said news article.
I say dick.
Now you said dick. Cool. You guess what the package is?
A big package? what is like who? How big are we talking? Give me dimensions.
Are you
don't
gay?
know?
All you get's the article.
All right, Russian bride.
Good one. Weird how you brought that around. So that one was a news article that I saw on fucking on the Snapchat story or whatever, and I was like,
Sammy.
I saw it and I was like, oh, that must be porn. And I was like, I'll hit it. And then I saw it and it was like, Amazon delivers a
Oh
Tesla.
my gosh.
That's all it was, and I was like, fuck this.
All right, listen, y'all. Sammy isn't here tearing the studio apart. Watch the YouTube video if you want to see the end of this. Thanks for coming through another episode of All in Good Fun. What's up, Mark? You got one more? What was yours?
He's got to say what it was.
Oh, what was it? I'm sorry.
What was it?
It was a video that showed up from the protest.
It was
Bro,
All right, well, yeah. Like, thanks for coming back to episode 6 of this podcast. It really means a lot to us and the team. I'm Bobby.
I'm Sammy.
And it's all in good fun, baby.
Fun, baby.
Hey, everyone. It's your boy, Bobby. Me and Appa. Chilling here again. I just want to keep thanking everyone for coming back to our podcast. It really means a lot to me and everybody who's a part of the team. Thank you guys so much. If there's any mistakes you hear or have any ways that we can get better, please email us at allingoodfun@protonmail.com. Until then, man, thank you. We love the support, and we'll definitely keep going as long as you guys keep listening. Thanks, everyone.